hearts have harmony. Happy hearts have harmony.
Spiritual and not religious drew us to scichic.com and its dating section linked in the footer.
It's a new launch, and we want you to register in hopes that you find a lover, partner, and a friend beyond a traditional introduction, breaking the use of cultural perception.
Tell your friends now.
Hello, hello. Hello, hello. And we have Brainstorm Engineering tonight, and of course, my favorite person, Mr. Tony Sweetie Pie. Woo-hoo! Yay! All right, this is Robin Zodiac, and this is your show for the next hour. We'll be taking your calls, so give us a call, 323-524-2599. Actually posted a blog today and gave the wrong number out, which is a major bummer. But also, if you call my hotline number, it is routed to the studio number for this next hour. So once again, this is your show. Please understand that we do get very, very busy. So if you could just stick to one question, you can always call back in the future if you have additional questions. And also, if you would like an in-depth personal reading with me, then you can reach me at scichic.com. You go to the readings page and you can get all the different ways of reaching me and all the different payments in regards to all the different service bureaus that I work for. So I want to say hello, Brainstorm.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, very well.
All right. Perfect.
Yes. Brainstorm's in a beautiful mood.
No, I'm not.
Well, I haven't been around you, so he's charged his batteries, so he's back. He took some sick days off and charged his
batteries. Yeah, I had surgery on my foot.
Really? I didn't know that.
No, just shit.
Oh, okay.
Just kidding.
Okay.
But
I would have known
my
that.
foot definitely hurts, though. Hold on.
Yeah. So, anyway, it's been a crazy week. Actually, I can't believe we're going into October. And, wow, the year has just flown by. Taken quite a few overseas trips this year, but I'm going to hunker down for the rest of the year. So you're going to have plenty of me through the holidays. So, and also, if you can't think of a good gift to give during the holidays, then give him a psychic reading with myself, Robin Zodiac, and I will make sure that they thoroughly enjoy the gift that you have given them. And what else? Oh, my website, once again, scichic.com. That's psychic.com. I also have I have a network of websites. I actually came out with 3 different websites this week, which I'm really proud of. Psychiclifestyle.com, one word. Psychicmom.com. That was a domain name that has a lot of controversy behind. I'll save that for another day. And I'm very, very proud of my new website that just was launched, I think, yesterday, psychicmom.com. It's really fun. I have a couple of videos of my gorgeous little girl. So, and also ways of how to get a hold of me. Please do sign up for my newsletter. It's at the end of all my websites. And my Sci-Chic website, it floats in. So if you're not logged in, it'll float in and ask for you to sign up for the website or the newsletter. And also sign up for the website, because when you register and your friends and family register, then you can video chat or instant message. It's similar to Skype, but I'm telling you, the reception is great. Great, great.
Tony's
So-
skipping around the studio really jolly. I'm concerned.
Oh, I'm not. He
All
makes me smile. I love Tony.
All right, we'll bring him back.
Okay, great, great. So once again, pick up the phone, call in 323-524-2599, and let's keep it to a minimum. Once again, would love to connect with your loved ones, and also, if you're going through something, a lot of times I pick up on why you called, which is why I'm here. So I guess we don't have any callers because I would see the hang loose hand signal from behind the desk, right, Brainstorm?
Oh, is that what I'm supposed to do?
Well, that's how you clue me, or you can tell me.
Hang loose, huh?
Yeah. No, I'm surprised, but you know what?
No, I'm still doing a couple of things back here, but
Okay.
no, I don't see a caller on there yet.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'll
Last
let
week
you
was
know.
kind of slow too because, basically the last show I did since last week was on the 1st or 2nd of September, and then just life got in the way. Working on another project that was super, super important. Brainstorm was incredibly helpful, and
Co-pilot on that, huh?
yeah, well, I don't know. We shared the driver's seat. I always say, if you want to go the long distance, you got to share the driver's seat.
It's always a struggle with you, but
Well,
we get there, don't we?
yeah,
All right.
I guess so. We do. So,
We do what it takes.
and anyway.
Anyway,
So-
go on. What were you saying?
No, you don't want to talk politics. I don't know what to say.
Well, I said that at the food table at the restaurant we ate. Anyway, not now. Now, hey,
Now you want to talk politics?
I don't. But go ahead.
No, I don't have anything to say, really.
It's
I mean,
really that's a first.
I mean, really,
No, go ahead. You're always,
Okay, well, I always feel apprehensive because, you've been a very, very influential person in regards to, like, money and the banking. Like, I thought I was the only one in the world that, thought the way I thought. And then I met you, and, like, you just expanded my horizon and understanding and turned me on to a lot of documentaries. And the thing is that I do keep up with current affairs. And anyway, did you know that Rothschild has been booted out of America, and that the dollar is they call it de-dollarization right now? Are you aware of that? It's happening this last week. You probably have heard something, right?
Well, I'm always at the forefront of the financial world, but somewhat of what you said. But I don't think exactly. You understand why that's going on. But
Why
yeah,
that's going on?
you have a pretty good idea, yes. But that's not exactly how it's happening, how you think, or how you described it anyway. What have you heard? by
Well,
the
let
way?
me just
Tell
symbolize
Go
it
ahead.
as this.
Go ahead.
Used to be death for dollars, right? Like I said, that's how they
Right.
made their money in the Civil War.
Keep it friendly.
Now
also,
it's-
remember we're on.
Death
YouTube.
$2.
Okay. Yeah, but
So-
how and why are they doing that? Or more
Well, I
importantly,
mean-
why or how?
No, I know you feel like it's some sinister plot or plan, but I don't really feel so. I feel like there's good and bad in everything. So
Well,
like
basically, it's China's back. They're bringing out a gold back yuan. So it's the first of its kind since 1933, and Russia and everybody else in the BRICS world is trading oil in their own currency, preferably probably the yuan. So that's how they're, the death of the dollar, if you will, what you were saying a while ago. Because, what was it, 1977?
Oh, Nixon?
They made a pact to trade any oil trade that was done in the world, anybody who buys oil, it had to be in dollars. So I don't know, if you had a Mexican peso, for example, if you wanted to buy oil, you had to convert that peso into dollars and then buy the oil with the dollars, right?
Well, I know.
So
Yeah, sorry to interrupt, but I know that the dollar, because I've traveled to many
no,
different
hold
countries.
on. Are you
You
getting
can
it though?
always use the dollar in their currency, but now
Okay,
they're not allowing it.
I
so
think you.
go ahead.
I think that one went over your head. So anyway, what I was trying to say is that that's why the dollar was so important. But now, if you got the BRICS countries, Brazil, Russia, China, South Africa. Who else is in there? India.
Yeah, but they didn't show up for
Hold
the.
on,
They
hold
didn't
on.
show up for the BRICS summit.
slow
Did
down.
anybody else notice that?
Can you slow down?
Okay.
Because I'm almost there, and we have a caller waiting. So, anyway, if they're not trading, if they're not buying oil in dollars, do you understand how detrimental it is? And not only that, especially if they do it in yuan, which is backed by gold, which the dollar is not, ever since 1933, that's why it's defined as a fiat currency. You understand how that would affect the dollar when the pact was to trade or buy oil with dollars?
Yay, I get my wish. I get my wish.
Okay, we're going to have to move on to
Okay.
a caller here.
Yes, let's move on to a caller.
All right, here you go.
Hi, you're on the air with Robin Zodiac.
Hi, Robin. How are you?
Good. Who's this?
You look so pretty tonight.
Thank you. Thank you.
I thought I would call instead of just stare at the screen.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad.
I didn't catch the beginning of the show, but what was our topic for discussion tonight? For readings or numerology or?
No, I have my divination tools of tarot, but yeah, we can just roll with
Yeah.
it. It's a free-flowing show. It's actually your show, so we'll talk about what you would like to talk about.
Well, I got the chills already, so.
Oh, fantastic. So who am I talking with? What is your name?
This is Lisa,
Lisa. And where are you calling from?
Long Beach, California.
Fantastic. Okay, yes, I do remember we did talk. We did talk
We
a long
did,
time
didn't we?
ago. Yeah.
I think right before you went on vacation.
Yes, it's been a while. Big while. Yeah, you.
Yes, I've been watching your show. I just haven't called in, and I thought, well, tonight should be a good night to call.
It is. It
Since
is.
everybody must be out tonight.
It could be, but actually, I had some personal things that interfered in me getting to the studio for about 3 weeks. So when you take that big of a break, it's hard to get everybody back on board. So I'm glad that you continue to watch. Thank you, Lisa. So yes,
absolutely.
I do recall we talked about some gentlemen that have passed over, and the way they had gone, and once again, the last time we had spoken, you had voiced that you hadn't felt one of these man's spirits or presence, and I felt that you would again. So is he back? Is he back communicating with you?
Robin, how did you remember? My goodness, I got the chills all over.
Oh, wow.
I've seen him. I just haven't heard from him.
Okay. Well,
if that makes sense.
Yes, totally. No, I get it. Well, once again, yeah, it does feel that, once again, I know this sounds a bit odd, but, I talk a lot about reincarnation and that, even in our spirit world, because I have a story. I went to South Africa, and we used to drive by this hotel, and I said, I used to live in that hotel, and my husband was a captain of a ship, and I actually jumped off the cliff, and I had a child. I actually was pregnant at the time, and I had a child, and so anyway, one day I said, let's just go in and talk with the owners, and I walked in and I said, hi, does your furniture move around at night, and do you have like hauntings here? And he's like, oh my gosh, yes. And he took me into the bar restaurant area, and there was a picture of this woman. Of course I couldn't make out her face, but she was long brunette, big busted, and I remember that looking down that I was built full figured in my reincarnation like dream state. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, and the story checked out in regards to everything. I kept calling her Renee, and I come to find out her name was Irene, which was one letter off, an extra E instead of an I. So anyway, what I was trying to say is a lot of times, like, reincarnation can exist, and I do believe that when I was dreaming, that those dreams that would come so clearly to me that put me in that hotel from, like, I guess you could say either photogenetics or DNA memory or something from the past life that is in my subconscious, that it would put me there in dream state, and I was like moving furniture, and I believe that my energy was there moving furniture even though I was in the living. So I don't really believe that all hauntings are of those that have passed over. Hauntings can be, somebody in dream state or, had that experience at that place. I've mentioned it before and everybody laughed, but it's kind of like time farts, it's like the energy just like explodes, sometimes out of nowhere. So So I feel like the reason why you're seeing him is that there's a strong possibility that he's he could be back again, and he could be a baby. I'm not saying that he's an adult or anything, but it's possible that his dreams or his subconscious is generating you those images. So it's not really hauntings. It's more like an energy connection that's taking place in your reality. So, and maybe the reason why he's not talking right now because he could be an infant, and he can't talk right now. So, but yeah, I definitely feel like he's very close to you. Also, I keep picking up, Lisa, are you thinking about moving? It feels like you're thinking about kind of like clearing your space or getting rid of a lot of stuff. And is that what's going on?
Oh my God, yes, I have all. I should take a picture right now. I have all of my stuff out of the garage right now, all piled up on tables. I'm not moving, but I'm clearing everything out.
Well, that's good. You're
about to get rid of everything, but not moving quite yet.
No, you'll feel great once it's off, out and off your shoulders and all that,
Yes.
Spread the wealth. Let it go.
If I took a picture right now and you saw, it looked like, there's a bunch of everything. I just moved it out a week and a half ago, and then it rained, of course. But
fantastic.
Yes.
So that's.
But you're right about the images and everything. The pictures that I see, they're just still like a postcard, like a still picture of a pose of him.
Wow.
Wherever he may be, but he's not saying anything.
Right. Well, that's what I got tonight to explain to you, and that's why I told my story, about this Irene person that, because like I said, I was always in her body, and then when I was dreaming, I was always at that hotel, and I was always moving furniture, and then the hotel confirmed, oh my gosh, furniture moves around here all the time, and we don't know who's doing it. So I'm like, it's me. It's my dreams.
That would be Robin.
Yes, that's me. Yes. So also, I also.
But you're right. You're right about moving everything out and getting everything out. Plus, we have our friends that are out in Puerto Rico. So we're going to pack a bunch of stuff and move it out to them too. So
fantastic.
That's another thing we're doing.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, I've always wanted to go to Puerto Rico. So we should all go down there as tourists and, once again, spread the wealth. Also,
absolutely.
I do see like a childhood friend getting in touch with you that might be going through some challenges in her marriage or relationship. Have you gotten any phone calls recently in regards to that?
Not recently, but she did have a few passings, her grandmother and her father, so I think there's some tension with her spouse right now, because of that.
Yes, I know. People are always like, snap out of it. It's life. Get over it. But you can't. I mean, you just have to go with it. And last week, I talked about the passing of one of my friends, and a couple days, I just would cry out of nowhere. I even cried on the show. It just, it's just a moment. And this wasn't family, so I can only imagine. But yeah, it's very stressful for the relationship. And yes, I do talk about that in my Secrets Surviving Divorce, that one of the main reasons people go through divorce is because there's been a loss in the family, especially if there's a child. There's there's no staying together over that. And I hope that doesn't happen to anybody that's listening or once again, I'm not making any predictions. I'm just saying that, loss or people passing definitely wrecks relationships because you have to have that time to mourn, and you're not yourself, You're really not yourself. So, I don't want to predict the dim and grim, but it's possible that their relationship, that there could be a separation with the two of them because...
that's what I suspect, too.
Yeah. But she'll be relying on you. And I do feel like this is a very positive move in her life, even though it doesn't look that way at this present time. When she looks back, she'll understand why it all took place.
She'll say, huh? Well, thank you so much, Robin.
Thank you, Lisa.
Can I ask you one last question very quickly?
Okay.
My father. I didn't mention him last time I talked to you, but I'm going to give you a short story quick.
Okay.
My dad passed over the night before my wedding.
Oh my gosh. Were you married in September?
It was March.
March. Okay, for some reason I got the number 9. So, wow.
March 9th.
March 9th
was our wedding, and he passed the night before.
Wow. Well, your father
in
says...
In 2002.
Yeah, once again... he jokes. He says, well, I guess I had to steal the show. And he also said that he was with you. According to the Buddhists, they say that the spirit stays alive for 3 days after passing, just like sperm stays alive for 3 days in the uterus. So, yeah, that's pretty much nature, how it works. But he was definitely there. It was. He said that you looked beautiful. But I have to. I mean, obviously, you can't go through a wedding and a beautiful experience like that without, having tears of pain and joy at the same time. So, but on the other hand, he was there. He said that you had. He says elegance and. You didn't, everybody had a wonderful time considering the circumstances. And he definitely is very proud of you and loves you very much. And, so, like I said, he couldn't let you have all the attention that day. He's just joking about it, of course.
Yes. It was quite, it took 13 years basically to start mourning and start getting over it, but it was 2 years ago is when I had my first occurrence and think that it was my father who was the one that audibly spoke to me and scared the what out of me.
Yeah.
And that was the first.
Yeah, it can be scary. Yeah, definitely.
But since then, the doors opened, and that's when I started, practicing meditation and being more open and trying to be more intuitive and starting to get all these other signs, and then just started practicing and, opened my mind up a little bit more. But It's been a journey, and, it was actually healing, too, at the same time. But since then, I've had more occurrences, but not as scary as that one. Or startling, I should say.
Well, that's what they always say. Like, like even with illness and stuff, and I'm not saying it's an illness, but your first experience is always the worst. And then, once again, been there, done that, it gets easier. But,
It gets easier.
Yeah, it does get easier. But, your dad has a good sense of humor. He's very proud of you. I don't know why he's bringing up some antique clock or something. Did you find something recently in your garage? Some sort of antique clock he's talking about? It's it's brown. It kind of looks like a bird cage, or maybe it's a birdhouse. I don't know why he's saying something to do with the clock.
Okay, it's not a clock, but it's like a bird cage type of
right
antique thing.
Yeah, it's an antique thing. Was that his, or why would he be bringing this up?
I have no idea.
Okay.
The only thing I can think of is when I was outside meditating and I heard, look at the wall, something about like there's a heart on the wall or something like that, or look not. Anyways, when I looked over at it, the way the light shone on the cage, it reflected a heart on the wall.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. So that's his.
And I took a picture of it.
So he's bringing it
still
up.
Think of that.
He's bringing it up because that was him sending love energy. And also, he brought up a clock, so you really should get an appraisal on that before you get rid of it. Because, I mean, he's telling me it's timeless for some reason. He brought it up as a clock. So definitely get an appraisal.
Okay.
And check back with me on that. And if there's lots of
that
money,
sounds good.
Call me for a private reading. Share the wealth.
Yes.
All right.
Thank
Lisa.
you so much,
My
Robin.
pleasure.
Thank you so much for your time. And you look gorgeous tonight, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you.
If I didn't say that earlier.
Oh, thank you.
Thank
All
you,
right.
Robin. Have a good night.
Appreciate it. You too. Bye. Bye, Lisa.
Bye.
Okay, so now everybody's all warmed up and ready to go. We have more callers?
You're warmed up?
I'm warmed up.
Okay.
We got more people on the phone?
Yeah, we got a couple of people waiting on you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay. You're on the line with...
Hello.
Hi, it's Robin Zodiac. Who's this?
Hi, this is Hope. I've called you before.
Hi.
Maybe a few months ago.
Okay, good. All right. Can you get... Where are you calling from, Hope?
Oklahoma.
Okay, fantastic. And what would you like me to look into? Did you have a specific question, or is there someone specific that you would like me to communicate with or tap into?
No, I don't really have anything specific. I just thought I would call. I thought, well, this is a good opportunity.
Okay, great.
I get in.
Okay, great. Well, the first thing I am picking up is that you definitely want to strengthen yourself. At least that's what your desire is. It's like I feel like you have been organizing your life. And I also feel like not only strengthening yourself spiritually, but also like physically, like getting into a routine and discipline. It seems like there's not enough time in the day, but I am feeling that, at least putting an hour aside to, focus on yourself is going to give you quite a bit of comfort. I have to tell you, Hope, I'm getting a mother figure. I'm actually getting 3 women around you that all seem to want your attention. So is your mother still with us, Hope? Or do you have...
My mother's still alive,
Right,
yeah. But
right. Is she in big
it would be
need?
nice to know that somebody was around me, because sometimes I
You
don't
sense it.
feel like I have a lot of family. So,
Oh,
yeah.
no, that's wild. Because for some reason I'm getting... Now, did you have 2 sisters too, Hope? Or is it a sister and a sister-in-law? Or do you have 2 sister-in-laws? Because I get 3 women. One of them's your mom, and the other 2 seem to be your age. Or, once again, it could be really close friends that are like sisters. But I am getting that there seems to be a big tug for your attention. I definitely feel, I know you said you don't feel close to your mom, but I do feel that your mom is going to be reaching out. It says that she's in need right now, and I do get...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't believe it's financial. I believe a lot of this is emotional, and it could be that, maybe she's finally realizing that, she tried to be a good mom, but there was a lot of neglect towards raising you. Feels like she's finally realizing that. It does feel like she has talked with other people. She definitely has a great appreciation for you. She's extremely proud of you. You are extremely psychic also, Hope. And I am getting that there's love in the future. So do you have someone now that you're with?
No, actually, I've really kind of kept myself away from the world for a long time.
Oh, really?
I haven't dated or anything. I've been divorced for over
7 years? 16?
Like I'm
I got
thinking
7.
I lose track. I just, I just have been in my own world for a while. But I thought about it maybe for the past 5 months, but nothing serious.
Okay. Right. Mm-hmm.
Nothing serious about getting back in the dating world. But I would consider it.
Well, definitely read my ebook, because it talks about how to go from single to getting a marriage proposal in a year. And a lot of women like, oh, I can't say I want marriage on the first date, and I'm not going to push them into marriage. And, I totally recommend that, put your neck on the line, feel foolish, put it out there. If they're up for marriage, then why find out in a year's time that they're not, and on the first date, if you say, I want marriage, then they're more willing to it's like saying, I'm gonna keep. I'm shopping to buy. I want to buy. And for a man, marriage is like the ultimate compliment. So it goes both ways. So, yeah, I definitely recommend that you take a look at that ebook. It's on Amazon, Secrets to Win a Marriage Proposal by Robin Zodiac. But I am getting that there is love coming up for you. I am picking up an air sign, and I'm also feeling that he's divorced. And it does say that there's a healthy, successful relationship. Of course, all relationships take work. So like I said, if you give the ebook a read, you'll understand how it, taking a relationship from a different perspective of what we're culturally ingrained on how we're supposed to behave and, proper etiquette and what good girls do and what, what do they call divorcees? What divorcees do or whatever. But it definitely has, a lot of, a lot of people don't think, well, I could never do that. And that's when, it's okay to do. I always say never submit to all the men, but choose one that you're willing to submit to and be foolish for. And, your guy will recognize the foolishness as being, love and adorable. And, oh, she must love me. She puts her neck on the line and she puts herself out there like that. So those are things to remember. But I definitely see a healthy relationship. And I definitely see success coming up with embracing warmth. And it, when you said it's been a long time, I got 7 years, but you said 16 years, right?
I'm bored. Yes, it's been 16 years. Yeah.
Wow. Well, you've definitely cleared your karmic ties. There's that's a good thing. And another thing I talk about in the book is that when you're really wanting to get married and have a serious relationship, that it's best to stay at least abstinent for a year to kind of break those karmic ties. So I feel like you've broken those karmic ties for a couple times, a couple lifetimes ahead. Yeah, that's it. New beginnings.
Yeah, that's
new
the
energy.
case on that.
Yeah. But and also for some reason, like I said, I feel like your mom is trying to reach out to you also energetically, and I do see two other girlfriends.
I worry about her.
Yeah,
I worry about her a lot. Yeah, I love her, but she's not. It's not good for me to a lot of times to communicate with her.
I totally get it.
I think a lot of it has to do with my father. So, I have an open heart for my mother. I'll probably talk to her again, but every time I do, we end up, in the same place. So, we'll see.
Right. Well, once again, I do feel like seems to be, I thought you had two sisters. If they're not two sisters, they're two girlfriends that are close to you, like sisters, that you take on each other's personality or voices or characteristics or likes or dislikes that are going to be very close, that I feel are going to be at a wedding ceremony with you. And I do see that you are going to meet a man that looks like it's going to lead to something very significant in your life. I'm not saying next year. It could be a couple years down the road, but definitely feel like in the next 4 months that you're going to meet somebody that's very, very, that you would even consider. But it's more than that. It just feels like your heart's being pulled in that direction. It's like a new love. So I can't wait to hear back. Thank you, Hope.
Great.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. And
sure.
I was married to an air sign, so when you said here's an air sign, I thought, I'm going to marry another air sign.
Oh,
or
no.
be with another air sign.
Well, I know, but maybe that's why I came up tonight, is that, you kind of like ruled that out. I'll never date another blah, blah. And then you meet somebody, and if you didn't hear it from me, you might have said, nope, stay back.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I will definitely keep in touch, and I appreciate it.
Okay, sure.
And,
I appreciate it, too.
Yeah, I'm glad I got in tonight.
Yeah, I'm glad you did, too. Thanks, Hope. I appreciate it. Have a good evening.
Okay,
have a great weekend.
You
All
too.
right,
Bye.
thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, Brainstorm, we got another caller.
Fly me to the moon.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hello. You're on the air with Robin Zodiac. Hello.
Hi.
Who's this?
Hi, my name is Brandy.
Hi, Brandy. How can I help you tonight?
Well,
So currently, me and my child's father got into a very huge argument, I want to say a month ago.
Uh-huh.
And for a whole month straight, his phone was disconnected, and I had no way to get in touch with him, and he didn't even call me.
Okay.
Our daughter's birthday was 2 days ago.
Oh, no.
And the day before her birthday, he called to talk to her, and as soon as he called me, he called from a number I didn't recognize, and when I picked up, he instantly said, can I speak to my daughter? And I just handed her the phone. They talked for a little while, and then he hung up. He called on her birthday, but I just let her answer.
Okay, good.
And it's kind of bothering me because I really wanted to know, like, when do you see him trying to reconcile with me?
Well, at this point, Brandy, I mean, he's giving you all the signs and actions that, he wants to stay connected with your daughter because he does love your daughter. But honestly, a child doesn't make a marriage and a child doesn't make a relationship. And I feel like by his actions, he wants to disconnect right now. I do feel like he is going to come back, and I do feel that there is a lover relationship with the two of you. But I know you said it's been a month. I get the number 7. So it could be another 3 weeks, or it could be another 7 weeks, or it could be 7 months of him, once again, you mentioned a big fight. This is very passive-aggressive way of winning the argument by disconnecting, and also, shows that he's in control. He's of not calling you. I'm sure he wants to call you every day. I'm sure he does love you, but he's trying to control you once again by pretending or acting, or his actions showing that he doesn't care anymore. And the reason he's doing this is a passive-aggressive way that whatever you were arguing about is not to be discussed again. Instead of the two of you saying, okay, let's agree to disagree. I trust that you won't bring it up. He trusts that you won't bring it up. And that, with trust, I mean, a lot of times trust is built on disappointments and sometimes, lies and, circumstances, cheating. But the whole thing about building trust from those negative feelings or situations that do occur is that you first have to acknowledge it, and then second of all, you have to decide whether you're going to forgive and move on. You never forget, but you never bring it up again. That's the whole thing about an apology. Once you apologize, it means that you can't do it again. So, once again, he's going about it the only way he knows how to, but the only reason he's going about it is that with the argument, you were probably right, Brandy, but he's never going to admit to it. Mm-hmm. So now he's acting like, I'm just going to disconnect because I'm gonna take control of this relationship, and the way I'm taking control is I'm just gonna pull back, and Do
you see other women? Do you see him being, intimate with other women, or just being with other women? Because I think one of my worst fears is to be sitting here worried about him, and he's doing whatever he wants with God knows who.
Okay, well, you just said it. It's your worst fear. The opposite of fear is faith. So, first of all, I got to be straight with you. You're not married to the man. Yes, you do have a child together. You're soulmates. You're bonded for life, and probably for many, many lives because you have a child together. That's just it. But you can't worry about where he's at. You really can't. You have to worry about you. Do you trust you, Brandy? Do you trust you that you can be faithful?
Yes.
Okay. So let me tell you something. I said this to somebody very, very famous before. If you're in a monogamous relationship with him and you're monogamous with him, you know what you're giving yourself? The best sex life of your life, because sex gets better and better and better with the same partner. So if he chooses to go off and be with other women, then he's just wrecking his own sex life experience. He'll never feel fulfilled because, monogamy is the most fantastic sex that you can experience. He is talking to somebody else, but I'm not seeing that he's he's sleeping with another woman. But yeah, it does feel like he's throwing some lines out there to see what he can catch. But he's in love with you, and you have to understand this is a power struggle. This is a power of the wills. And, once again, you need to take care of your child, and you need to, take care of your emotional life. And you can't let your mind wander to where he's at and who he's sleeping with, because obviously, like I said, he's entitled to. You're not married. I mean, I know that sounds very cold, but he'll be back. He'll be back. But once again, you have to stop worrying about where he's at. You have to.
That's what to be honest, that's exactly what I'm struggling with, worrying about him, because it's been a whole month and I've done nothing but worry about him. Like when people tell me, just focus on your daughter and yourself, and I'd be like, but I got myself, I got my daughter. That's not nothing that, I don't want to say that's not nothing that I need to focus on, but that's something that I got regardless. She's going to be straight regardless of what I'm going through.
Right,
so with that being said, it's just like my love life. Like what's going on with it? I need to reach out and grab a hold of it.
Wait a minute. Now. But you know what? That's not. You can't make somebody think or do or say. You can't. It's another person. He's an adult.
Mm-hmm.
And you said I don't have him. Yes, you do. It's right there. It's your daughter. That's part of him. You love him because of your daughter. You might not think that way, but that's physiological, biological fact. You love that man because he gave you such a gorgeous, child. It's just fact. You always will love you. He'll always love you just the same. The romance between the two of you right now, I got to be straight with you, and I'm sure you don't want to hear it. It's toxic. You got to break the cycle. The only way you break the cycle is stop communicating for at least 2 months. And I saw 7 weeks. You got to break the cycle.
Okay.
You got to stop worrying about him. It goes both ways too. Wherever he is, wish him well. Send love. Hope you're happy. Send love. I love you. No matter what, I love you. Because you gave me a beautiful child. I'll always love you. And just, he'll be back though. All right, Brandy? I appreciate the call.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. All right. Have a good evening. Have a great weekend.
You too.
Okay. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye.
Thank you. Okay. Wow. She took that well. I really appreciate it. But, sometimes people who call, they want to hear something, but sometimes they have to hear something that is going to better them. Or once again, a lot of times friends and family, especially when you're in relationships, they're like, oh, kick him to the curb, get rid of him, blah, 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 blah. Where, a psychic can tune into to the energy. I know I have, describe people or understand the relationships. But I feel like a lot of times family and friends want to break the heart again to repair it. It's like a bone. When the bone breaks and it doesn't heal properly because it wasn't attended to in the beginning, you have to re-break the bone for it to mend. So people do that all the time with the heart. And I wasn't doing that to Brandy. I just really feel like...
You have... can you hear me?
Yeah. Totally.
You have 2 callers here that have been waiting for you for a while. You want to see if you can fit them in both?
Yeah, I'm sure I'll be able to
before
fit
we got about 12 minutes here?
Yeah.
All right.
All righty. Hello. You're on the line with Robin Zodiac. Hello. Hi, who's this?
Hi, Robin. I'm Alexandra.
Hi.
How are you?
Very good. Yeah, we spoke before, right, Alexandra? You're the one with the...
Yes.
You have a son. And yes, and I recommended that you read my book because you really would like to find a partner and get married. And
I really love your honest advice.
I appreciate it. The thing I do it with love. I really do it with love. There's no wrong or right. It's just like I said.
Yes.
Yeah, but I definitely see marriage coming up for you. I really get also, Alexandria, that you have been more relaxed, more laid back. Maybe it's because of the predictions that that you're going to meet a man and that you are going to get married again. I definitely see it here. I also see motherhood. It could be that a relationship comes with children too, maybe part-time children, but I do see that you are going to marry somebody that also has kids, and I do see your family growing and extending. It says that it's going to be somebody that you really are attracted to and that you desire. And that's the thing that I get, Alexandria, is that you've been disappointed. Like there's been a lot of toads coming after you when you're looking for the prince, right? So it does. Yes. So it does feel like your prince is on the way, and I do see he's very smart, very talkative with you. It does feel like you are going to have success not only with marriage and family, but I also see travel for you too. So it could be that you go to your home country and marry there, and family and friends. With saying that, I hear you like a bit worried and a little bit scared, but we all have those kind of families, Alexandria. So, but I definitely feel, yes, we all do. So no need to worry. It's okay to bring your future husband home to meet all your family members that are colorful people. But yeah, I definitely see success with the relationship. I don't know what timing I gave to you before, but tonight I'm getting 10, 10, 10. So hopefully it's this month that it finally happens. It could be 10 weeks, which is at the end of the year, the beginning of next. But I definitely feel it's coming soon. Yeah, I definitely feel like it's coming soon, that you're going to meet the right man. So thank you so much.
Well, I don't know if it's my question was if it's a new man or the man I was being with, because
yes, I believe it's a new man. The man you're speaking with, is he married?
Yes.
He's married, yes. So you know what? If you want him to make a move out of his situation, you have to leave the situation.
I was trying to disconnect, but he always come back to talk to me, and I tried to push him away, but he always come back. We have a strong soul connection.
Yeah, but the great thing is, Alexandra, you have 3 to 5 soulmates in your lifetime, if not more. So, take what you share with him and build on it. I always tell my daughter, men are like houses, keep trading up. And I don't mean that in a cold way. I'm just saying that you experience something good with him. And yes, but Alexandria, I as a psychic, your desire is to wake up every morning. Your desire is to have a blended family. Your desire is to travel, and if honestly, you're not doing him any good either, because he's probably in a miserable marriage if he's pursuing you and you make him happy. And so he gets his happiness with you, and then he goes back to misery knowing that you're his escapism, and he'll have happiness again. He just doesn't have to have it full time. So that's not really helping.
I know that. That's why I try to not be connected, but he knows how to find me.
Yeah, but doing that, but let me ask you a question, okay? Got to be real with me. When you say that you've kind of been acting disconnected, doesn't that mean that you're putting up walls instead of boundaries? You know what I mean? Are you there?
Yes, no, he does respect me. When I don't talk to him, I don't talk to him. But he's just like
emotionally.
He knows how to get polite and all the stuff. Try to get attention,
Yeah, it's great. I mean, it would be fantastic if us women could just have sex and not get emotionally involved. But after the third time, we're hooked, just like a drug, because it's physiological fact that that's how we fall in love. So, Alexandria, can you please call me again? And please do think about what I said tonight. And I am going to have to say goodbye because we have got another caller. We only have a few more minutes with our next caller.
Okay, thank you so much for your advice.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay, I will call back.
Please do. Okay,
have
my
a good
dear.
night.
Thank
you.
Thank you. Okay, we're going to move on to the next caller.
All right, moving right along.
And this is Robin Zodiac. Who am I speaking with? Hello?
Hi, my name is Susan Roberts.
Hi, Susan. And did you have a question for me? We only have like a minute or so left, so we have 5 minutes left? Okay,
yeah, I guess real quick, I have a special needs son.
Okay.
And just wondering what you pick up with that. Or
well, it's funny. The first thing that I saw when we mentioned your name is I saw education and I saw schooling, and I did feel that things were going to start working your way. It really feels like, Susan, that you've been fighting a current, It does say that, your son actually is a very emotional, sensitive, very warm boy. And he, it does feel like he's going to be getting into the right environment. Now, you said special needs. Is your concern education? Because that's the first thing that I picked up.
No, just kind of not so much education, but just sort of prognosis for him. And we're trying to kind of get his seizures under control and things of that nature.
Okay. Yeah. And am I hearing him in the background? He's young, huh? He's a little.
Yeah. He's 8. Yeah.
He's 8. Okay. Yeah. Well, once again, I do get that it's something around education. It could be a university or medical university or something that could be very helpful in assisting. I do get that there is travel involved in regards to getting him to the right physicians that do seem to give you some peace and confidence and some hope. But I do feel like things are going to work out. As a mother, I can only imagine your situation of worry about his future and us growing older. I mean, it's inevitable that we all leave our children, and it definitely feels like he's going to be well taken care of. I have to tell you, Susan, you're doing an incredible job loving him and nurturing him, because he's going to be a loving, nurturing person, and people are just going to gravitate to him. He's going to be fine. I know you're really worried about his future. I'm talking about when he's an adult. He is going to be well taken care of, and he is going to be looked after. And I do feel like, once again, I have to tell you, I'm getting like a university medical center that's going to be of great assistance in helping you. So I would like you to, even if it's topic of conversation or people mention things or like that, just take mental note of what I said tonight, because that's what I saw clearly. So, but he's a beautiful boy, and you're doing an incredible job. And, I understand. I've lived in other countries, and I have to tell you, raising a child like that in America, it must be very, very difficult. Very difficult. And I have to tell you, there's other parts of the world that it isn't as harsh. So you're doing a fantastic job. And that's what I feel.
Well, it is what it is, and just trying to
do
our best, right, as parents. So
yeah, you're doing the best.
So thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure. I appreciate the call tonight. Thank you. Okay. All right. So he sounded angelic on the phone.
Who, I did?
No, her son. I heard her son in the background. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, once again, he's going to be fine. So anyway, brainstorm.
Perfect.
Brainstorm.
Yes.
Thank you. I love you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate all the hard work looking after me and organizing my life and keeping me going. And engineering.
Somebody's got to do it.
And Tony.
Tony's hobbling in here like usual.
Tony. Thank you. And I want to thank all of you for watching tonight and tuning in and listening and calling in. So plan to be back next week after some official business. And hopefully I'll be in a really, really good mood.
Hopefully.
Got to think about what I want, not what I don't want.
Hopefully.
All righty. So until then, have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the week, and I'll see you next week. Bye.
I'll see you next week, too.
All righty.
All righty.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Psy-Chic.com has worldwide users instant messaging, reading blogs, romance stories, posting pictures, getting recipes, playing games, buying, selling, psychic readings, reviewing, and much more. Interact at Psy-Chic.com.
Psychic Robin Zodiac has talent of ESP abilities to predict your future in accurate detail. Robin Zodiac has authored many advised books, and you can interact at Psy-Chic.com. Clients call Robin at 877-924-4783 for a $3 a minute reading.